Welcome to the New England Forest Rally, round 2 of the Max Attack Rally Championship presented by Donza del Sol Winery. Top drivers from throughout the Northern Hemisphere have converged on the forests of Maine to tackle the tough and challenging tree-lined rally stages. The weekend started out with 3 Super Special stages in front of thousands of spectators. The goal of any Super Special is to put on a show for the gathered crowd, and the 26 competing teams did just that as they drifted through corners and launched off the man-made jump. Following the 3 Super Special stages, the action really gets started as crews head out for 3 gravel stages held mostly on logging roads. The first 2 stages, 4 and 5, are a turnaround stage, with 5 being slightly longer. The day will finish with stage 6, the infamous Concord Pond stage. First up to attack the stages will be Josh Wimpy driving his Volkswagen Golf GTI. Josh, along with his co-driver and twin brother Jeremy, are one of the favorite teams this weekend. They start out the stage at maximum attack, but unfortunately just a few short miles into the stage, they've caught up with one of the all-wheel drive Mitsubishi Evolutions that started a minute ahead of them. Pretty impressive when you consider that the Golf has probably half the horsepower and half the driven wheels. The team loses precious time stuck behind the Evo, however. Let's go on board with the frustrated brothers as they battle to pass the Evo. You can see a rock has already hit the center of the windshield of the Golf and caused it to crack. They're also losing a ton of time as they're forced to back off. Oh, Josh just gave the Mitsu a bump from behind. If they didn't realize they were there before, they sure do now. They finally get around them, but not after losing valuable time. A loss of power steering and a flat tire hurt them further on the reverse run of the stage, and the Wimpy's brothers have fallen back to 7th after stages 4 and 5. Next up are Canadians Martin Walter and Ferdinand Trotzmandorf in the Nissan 240 SX. The crew is saying after Recce that stage 5 had some fast and rough areas that time can definitely be made up on. Let's go on board with them as they attack some of the tighter and rougher sections of the stage. Their service crew has yet to arrive in Maine, and Martin and Ferdinand have a very high chance of having no tools, spare parts, or new tires when they pull to the next service stop. This doesn't seem to be affecting their driving, and they're pushing the Nissan to its absolute limits. The effort plays off, and they end the leg in 6th place.
120. Left 5 at the end. Left 5 and a right 6. Left 5 plus short into right 5. 5 plus short, right 5. Caution 70, turn left 3 minus. Left 3 minus at the T, opens 200. Yeah, that was close. 200, left 6, give her 200. Left 6 into right 6 plus long over small crest. Repeat, left 6.
Eric Burmeister and Dave Schindler are up next in the Mazda 3. Eric won the Max Attack Championship and the Jake Himes Cup in 2008. He sat out in 2009 and helped administer the Max Attack series, but is back this year and pushing hard. Despite the time out of the driver's seat, Eric has managed to put himself into 2nd place after 4 stages. However, this is rallying, anything can and does happen. Problems with the braking system and the hydraulic clutch severely slowed Eric down, and the Mazda team has dropped back to 5th place going into service. One beautiful thing about two-wheel drive rallying is that it's not dominated by money or having the newest and coolest cars or parts. This is evidenced by Luke Sorensen and Joshua Jenny in their 1975 Saab 99. Luke's managed to climb up to 3rd place in Max Attack after stage 4. Stage 5 though, he was also subjected to bad luck with a flat tire early in the stage. The team was forced to pull over and change the tire, losing over 10 minutes in the process and likely any chance of a top result. The second oldest car in the rally is the 1978 Datsun 280Z, driven by Greg Healy with Brian Johnson navigating. Greg has been pushing the old rear-wheel drive car to its limits and is rewarded with 4th place after the first 5 stages. When people think of two-wheel drive rallying and the New England Forest Rally, chances are one name sticks out in their mind: Chris Duplessis. Chris is the local hero in this area and typically dominates the competition at this event. He's back at the 0 to 60 magazine sponsored Scion XB again for this event. They've made a few upgrades of the car, most notably a limited slip differential. Chris is also paired back with his usual co-driver Catherine Woods. Once again, he's showing that he can drive the wheels off of anything and is currently sitting in 3rd position. Dylan Van Wey and Ben Slocum won the first round of Max Attack back in May. The team is continuing the momentum from that win and are slaughtering the first few stages and in the afternoon in 2nd place. Nearly 2 minutes ahead in first place, however, are Lachlan O'Sullivan and Karen Wagner. Lachlan was formerly a factory driver for Mitsubishi and has multiple overall wins and is one of the most consistent and fast drivers in the nation. He dominated a Max Attack last year, and this event seems to be starting much the same. So after 5 stages, Lachlan has already created a decent lead. The battle for second place, however, is heating up. 6 drivers are all separated by less than a minute, and with only 1 stage left for tonight, all 6 will be at maximum attack so as to end the day in the highest position possible. The final stage of the day is the renowned Concord Pond stage. With its flowing corners, leading into massive blind crests, an insane number of spectators and media, and huge jumps, there is no stage in the United States that will make a driver feel more like a rock star than Concord Pond. Let's go on board with the second fastest two-wheel drive car through the stage, Josh and Jeremy Wimpy, and watch as they pedal their VW to the absolute limit in their effort to climb back up the standings. Josh is only 4 seconds slower than Duplessis and manages to jump from 7th place to 4th place with that impressive drive.
Okay.
So Eric, first time back in the car in at least a year. How'd everything go today?
Yeah, this is the first time since we actually won the Jake Himes Cup in 2008, man. We had our challenges, overheating things, brakes and clutch. Luckily the engine and transmission and everything's held up very well. It just limited me on how hard I could push on a couple things, but you know, for the most part we had a heck of a lot of fun. We actually bled the clutch out there at one of the turnarounds and stuff, but had a lot of fun, brought it back, little speed shifting, but other than that, you know, sequentials, they're made for it, so it's all good.
So Chris, your home rally, sitting in 2nd place, 2 seconds up on Dylan Van Wey. What's the plan for tomorrow?
Same as today, go flat out. Stages are a little bit rougher, so we're gonna play it smart, but still go as fast as we can. We've got a little higher tire pressure than we're used to, just to kind of keep flats away from us, because you know, if anyone in the top cars get a flat, that's it. So we'll play smart and go flat out.
So Dylan, you ended the day in 3rd place, only 2 seconds back out of 2nd. How'd everything go?
It went really good. We've been having a lot of fun, and we made it past Shakedown. That's further than we made it last year, so we're excited.
What's the plan for tomorrow?
The name says it all, Max Attack all the time. You know, that's why we're here. That's why most of these two-wheel drive drivers are here, and it always makes for a good race.
So Josh, after 6 stages, you're about 2.5 minutes back. How'd everything go today?
Pretty bad. About everything that could go wrong today went wrong. We lost the power steering pump on stage 3, hit a rock, and it took out the power steering pulley and belt. And then stage 4, we got stuck behind a slow-moving Mitsubishi Evo 10, and for almost 3 miles, I finally rammed him hard enough that he figured out we were behind him, and he moved out of the way, broke the windshield. And then the stage after that, we were setting a phenomenal time on and flatted a tire with about 3 miles to go and drove in on a flat and tore it up pretty good. So it's been a rough day, but Concord Pond was awesome.
So after 6 stages, here's how the standings look going into day 2. Lachlan O'Sullivan and Karen Wagner have already created a good gap back to 2nd place. The battle for the remaining positions is sure to be a close one. Chris Duplessis, Dylan Van Wey, Josh Wimpy, Eric Burmeister, and Greg Healy are all within striking distance, and with the longest day yet to come, we're sure to see some great battles between all the crews. Martin Walter in the Nissan 240 was also in the battle before being given a 5-minute penalty at the end of the day, dropping him well out of contention. Filling out the top 8 are Matt Beshore and Justin Carvin in the 2 Volkswagens. Both are close as well and ready to capitalize on any mistakes from the top 6 teams. We'll be back shortly with day 2 and more exciting Max Tech 2-wheel drive rally action.